This is the Times Now exclusive black and white proof of why Kashmir is burning out. Well, Times Now has managed to access the diary of a Lashkar terrorist in his own handwriting, which exposes Pakistan's nefarious plot to brainwash. In this diary that you can see on your screens, the terrorist has written that his ambition is to become a martyr and his favorite tunes were that of Azaadi. He even added how his role model is none other than terrorist and mastermind of 2611, Hafiz Saeed. But let's go across to Pradeep, who's joining us with more details on this. He managed to access this terror diary for us. Why is this such a huge wake-up call for the problem of exfiltration? Pradeep, tell us what the contents are.
Meghna, in fact, while flipping through the pages of this terror diary, one will be able to peep into the minds of a young lad from Kashmir Valley, how his journey starts from the campus and that ends in a Lashkar terror training camp, and finally he gets killed in an encounter with the security forces in Baramulla on January 23rd. In fact, Sohaib Malik, he got in touch with Hanzala Adnan and Malik Saab, two of the Lashkar terrorists who are considered to be close aid of Hafiz Saeed. Online, they were motivated and made to travel to Pakistan on valid visa. That clearly indicates that somewhere the Pakistan High Commission officials are also aware of this fact, and in connivance of these officials, they are getting the visa. He went to Pakistan where he met Hafiz Saeed. Hafiz Saeed brainwashed him to an extent that he joined terror training camp. For 28 days, he was provided terror training in Burma town, which is 1.5 kilometer drive from Pakistan capital Islamabad. And after completing his arms training, he came over to Baramulla area where he joined Lashkar camp. And now you look at his diary, what he has written. He wants Azaadi. Like any other young boy, he also wanted to initially ride David Harley bike, but how after indoctrination all he wanted to was to attain martyrdom. This clearly indicates how the 2611 plotter Hafiz Saeed is playing with the lives of youngsters in Kashmir Valley, and this is because of this reason that many youngsters are right now choosing path between heaven and hell, and they are in other way we can say they are making their life of their family member hell. This man came over to this place, he joined, and what is really shocking is that now they have not to cross the treacherous route of line of control. They are going on valid visa. And look at the other things also. His favorite, in fact, the country is Syria, which is again a trouble-torn area where the jihadis are again unleashing the propaganda. ISIS is having a strong foothold. So this clearly shows that they are indoctrinating, brainwashing young minds, sending over to this place, getting them killed. And I think this is the biggest ever tragedy. On one hand, Pakistan claims that Hafiz Saeed is a social worker. I say Pakistan is the biggest ever bluff master. Under the garb of social work, they are allowing terrorists like Hafiz Saeed to move scot-free and brainwash young minds, and instead of books, they are making them have guns in their hands and wage war against the country. And that is really very serious thing. I think this diary is an eye-opener for all those people who had also been insisting that there should be dialogue with Pakistan, because don't go by what actually Imran Khan is saying.
We'll just come back and discuss more on this, how this is an eye-opener for the lobby as well. Will they continue to back those who've been indoctrinating our youth? Are they going to continue pushing for talks with those who have lifted the gun? In fact, do stay on with us. Pradeep also joining us now is our colleague Hina. Hina, Pradeep has managed to access the terror diary for us. If you can just get us some of the crucial excerpts from it so that we can understand how a young educated man went from his love for Harley Davidsons to Hafiz Saeed.
Well, absolutely. This is the diary, in fact, that has been accessed by Pradeep Datta, and it tells us the real story of what is happening in Kashmir. Remember, politicians like Umar Abdullah, Mehbooba Mufti, and many others, and of course those who are focusing on the separatists there, have been continuously saying that the youth of Kashmir is alienated. But this diary that has been accessed by Pradeep gives us the details that it is not alienation, it is radicalization that is happening from Pakistan's side, which is impacting the minds of these youth in Jammu and Kashmir. They are being brainwashed, and that is precisely what this diary also reveals. Now, here we are talking about Suhaib Farooq, the militant who was killed in the month of January, 23rd of January 2019. And you have to see what he has mentioned in his diary. Happiest moment in life when I was released from jail. This was his happiest moment. Who influences him the most is actually Hafiz Saeed. So how did that happen? We still don't know. Most vibrant wish, I want to kill informers. That is something that he wishes to do. Tap feet to rhythm of Azaadi slogans. So, you know, these kind of details that he has put in this diary that has been accessed by Pradeep Datta of Times Now clearly reveal that, you know, these youth are being brainwashed with certain agenda in mind, most influenced by Hafiz Saeed. So this is what is spilling the beans, and something that people like Umar Abdullah, Mehbooba Mufti and all those who have been advocating for talks with Pakistan should see. And what is his ambition that he's talking about? He wants to become a martyr. All this is coming from Pakistan. It's a propaganda, it's an agenda that is driving the youth of Kashmir to become terrorists in the valley. And what are they called as by people like Mehbooba Mufti, Umar Abdullah and many other politicians? That these are alienated youth. You know, amnesty schemes are given for the stone pelters, and our jawans are repeatedly targeted for just attacking those who are targeting our own braves.
Absolutely.
This exposes the hypocrisy as well, and it should actually serve as an eye-opener.
Is this acceptable to them? The fact that our youth are being poisoned, that they are being indoctrinated. Remember, earlier Umar Abdullah had said that he will not support any operation which targets the people. He was talking about a terrorist encounter.